Good evening, laser beam. What's up, Cranston? Or breach them in, don't let them see. You always want to be a blank page. Make it so for the neatest star. Make it so. Tasha Yar. Never bothered me anyway. Yesterday got no sleep last night. My body decided I should burn out the infection. Wait, you were sick? Did I know that? You said you're like not feeling well or something, but you didn't, you know. Kiss my ass. Man, I hate that. When you can feel it just getting worse like in the matter of hours or minutes sometimes, you know? There's nothing you can do to stop it. Bothered me anyway. I'm glad you're feeling better. My back is a little better. Not as constantly sore, but it's I have to maintain a perfect perfect posture because I can feel it like anything slightly off. I can feel it starting to scream. Started with cold hands and feet, then cold all over, then shivering. Then I took my temperature. 102. Oh my God, that's a lot. Keep, keep, small. Sucks. And you couldn't sleep, huh? Usually when I'm sick with like a fever, I will just like cover myself up in blankets and and pass the fuck out and it just, sweat it out. I wake up just drenched, but the fever is usually gone. Dovahkiin. Lying down, my brain wouldn't rest. Damn. I mean, I know you're worried about me, concerned about my future and well-being, and I appreciate that. But really, you should not let that interfere with your sleep. I'm not worth it. Just assuming Gen Con will give you an offer. I hope so. I, I hope so, but again, it's just breathing room. It's not enough. It's a part-time temp position. So, better than nothing. So I'm not going to complain about that, but if I get it, it'd be great. Um, I don't think I'll go back to doing conventions, um, but it does leave me enough time to, because it's part time. Leaves me enough time to this, and maybe do the Kickstarters. I actually had a question for you. It's your Kickstarter aficionado. I might have asked this already, and I'm just like waffling back and forth. Uthgar, how you doing? See you there. Um, so we're gonna do the Kickstarter for flavor text in volumes, right? We're not gonna publish the whole thing at once. And the idea for now is to do 6 chapters a volume, mostly because that kind of sort of divides what we have into 4 or 5 chapters, volumes. Just got done helping a friend out in Aliens Hardcore. Oh, it's hard. That's the one where if you die, you die, right? You have to start a new character. Um, yeah, I've wanted to play that. I really do. I love that kind of stuff. How's your connection? Were you able to do it no problem? But anyway, Cranston, so my dilemma is whether to do the first Kickstarter for just a single volume, just the one first volume, or do it for multiple, or for 2, saying this is for volume 1 and 2, and we do have enough already for volume 3 and 4, and even most of 5, but this is for 1 and 2. And the reasoning behind that is, my thoughts behind that is, I feel like only 6 chapters isn't enough. It's not enough meat, pun unintended. There's, it's really hard to choose which chapters to put in there. Hey, Brian, this is for physical printing too. So we'll be printing, smaller volumes. It'll be about 70 pages each. And I have a problem like here and there, but that was because Monica was on my. So it's for printer for a physical book. Really, that's the main goal. Physical book. The PDF. So you could see it a few watt at a time. Hold on. Bathroom break. All right. Oh no. Well, so Cranston, we there's no way to do that. There's no way to split volumes into themes. Because we just don't have enough of a variety uh, to fill a theme, right? And if we do that, we also kind of lock ourselves in the future into doing that. So it's what the plan is to just do volumes of select chapters of about half a dozen chapters per volume, and we just choose which chapters go into the volume, and with an attempt to put a dessert, at least one dessert and one vegetarian dish into each volume. But my question is just by gut feeling. I mean, because the original idea um, that I had was going all the way, right? One big book that was going to be, you know, probably close to 400 pages, um, and a whole bunch of extras like dice and dice bags and an apron and, just a fuck ton of shit, which is very risky and takes a whole lot of work. And you don't necessarily make a lot of money on it. It maybe attracts people to buy the stuff. Right. The higher the barrier to entry, the less people will back that level. Exactly. Um, but my question is, are 6 chapters, and there'll be a potential for 7. Like there'll probably be a stretch goal for an entirely new, never before seen chapter, right? And that'll be the 7th. So are 6 chapters really enough in the sense that, because the book is going to be just $20, something like that, 20, $25, right? Um, hey B, good morning. How you doing? So, like the PDF is probably going to be 10, $15, and the physical book, um, 20, $25, right? So, and I'm like, is that enough content? Does it feel like you're getting, you know, should I, and the alternative is to add not chapters to the same volume, but to say this is a Kickstarter for volume 1 and 2 at the same time. That certainly increases the barrier of entry, like you said. Like, it'll the goal will have to be basically double, right? It'll mean the minimum is like, um, you know, on Amazon, $20 gets you about 100 recipes. Sure, but not what we're doing, right? That's kind of the thing. Like, nobody's doing what we've done with flavor text. It's less pictures, no story, no gaming content. Exactly. Hey, Patrick, how's it going? B, how are you? Making shit bags? But now, almost done. You going to bed early tonight? So what are you doing when you're not making shit bags, B? Does your school give you homework? Like, is there stuff you have to do at home, or is it just hands-on stuff? It's 1:35 p.m. Well, what does that mean? Exploding dice! How you doing? Well, Cranston, we technically in the past valued every chapter at $5. So a recipe, and gaming content together equaled $5. That was on the Patreon. You know, if you wanted all of it, that's what you that was the level. No homework for this course, just building and some classroom stuff. I'm on break until February 5th. Wow, holy shit. It's a long break. Exploding Dice, how you doing? Welcome everyone. What were you doing today, Exploding Dice? If you have any links and stuff, of course, feel free to share. Patrick, thank you very much for the gift sub. Oh, shit. Look at those emotes. Oh, that's cool. That explodey heart or whatever is cool. And the beer. Those are awesome. Gregorian, the dark side of the chant. It looks like ring wraiths and assassins from Assassin's Creed cover. And I'll lay down on the old pixel mines, finishing up a big illustration project. You got it? Can you share? You got anything to show? So yeah, Cranston, we've valued it at $5 a piece. So um, $5 times times 6 is $30. You buy the book, you get it for 20 or 25. Um, but that's but if I did it for 2 volumes, it'll be probably, I don't know, $30 for both, right? So, which means less money for me. But I wonder if just the six, just one fairly short book, 70 pages, with the 6 chapters in it, if that feels substantial enough, or even if you have to add to the cost, if it does the option of does now like do two volumes feel like, oh wow, this is impressive, you know? That's the thing. That's what I'm like trying to figure out in my head. Just another day to, oh, I read that already. Doing the only the single volume, etc. With single volume, no extra bells and whistles. The only stretch goal for extra stuff that's not like book quality improvements will be well, two extras. Two stretch goals will be a completely new chapter, and then another one for some guest author um, um, taking taking one of the chapters and writing a whole module based on it. So you launch it with one and it fails, try again with more. It's fair. That's fair. Oh dang. Oh dang. Oh, that one. Yes. Dude, and first of all, I'm disappointed you didn't add anything to the doorway still. Hold on, I'm gonna show people. I still think you need to add a silhouette of something, a shadow of something looking at them. But that is fucking awesome. I love that dwarf so much. And then that's the work in progress. Dude, you're so good. Right? Forgot about that. I'll get around to so good. See, even here, I always love doing this shit. This is having layers of story, even if they're little things. So even here, you've got this dark little niche up here, even adding like the eyes of the glowing eyes of a mouse or a rat up there. Just something for the eye to like, as someone is exploring this, right, and looking at it, all of a sudden they see that and go, "Oh shit, look at that." Something that nobody ever, it has nothing to do with the actual subject of the image, but it changes it in subtle ways when you finally notice it. This is great. That door is awesome. Look at that. Fucking hell. There's a lot to look at. This is so cool. Hey, Emmy. With it being January and Christmas just passed, a lower bar of entertainment can get you into the series, then you can release the others. What ice cream did you get? I got like a gelato, Talenti gelato. It was like, because there was a sale, buy one get one. So there's something bourbon brownie something, and another one was like cheesecake something. Some recent successful recipe Kickstarters had 20-25 recipes for 25 bucks. Full color pictures, if that helps. But no gaming content, no stories, right? Spent $200 and what? I wish. I would spend just fill my freezer with $200 worth of ice cream. Oh, that's heaven. Yeah, unfortunately, we can't compare ourselves to just cookbooks or just gaming books because if I tried to do a book with 25 recipes, that's all the chapters we have, and now it's a 300-page book, and I can't sell a 300-page book for 25 bucks, you know? I can see cheap bastards like myself wanting to save shipping by combining. Sure, but I mean, are you gonna look at a Kickstarter that says, are you gonna look at a Kickstarter that says this is volume one, and you're gonna say, well, I'm not gonna fund this, I'm not gonna back this until you come up with volume two, until you do volume two? Genuine question. Trying to understand the mind people who might be backing this. Oh yeah, I should probably go back. Guys, go follow Exploding Dice, because clearly, clearly badass art. Um, really, fucking hell, I love your stuff. Look how much detail there is in this. There's like details in the worn leather strap here, which is something like, not you're not even meant to look at, right? It's hidden in kind of this diffused shadow that it's there. That detail is fucking there. What the hell, man? Lovely beard. That beard is amazing. I love that dwarf. And the eyebrows sticking up over the helmet is fucking. There will be some people who don't hear about it. Well, of course, yeah, for sure. Historically, if you offer add-ons for future Kickstarters to add the previous books, some people may wait. Well, people won't know that, right? You can't know what my future add-ons will be until those future Kickstarters. But of course, yes. To you, I can say yes. We will be offering. What is the toes? I'm like, what is going on? I love this. I love the patch in the pants and the stitching on the bag. It's just, I could look at this for hours. Fucking awesome. The wolves away. You tell them you have 6 volumes ready to go. Fair, and we will be saying that. We have to tell people we have some at least waiting, ready to go. But we can always say, well, we need the funding in order to pay for the next one. Ancient for pennies. Turn to keep the wolves away. Hey, exploding dice. Can I make that my background from my desktop? Do you mind? It does show on stream occasionally when I show my desktop before I play a game or whatever. with citation. I'll put exploding dice on there. They don't mind. But it might be a sort of not NDA, but it's not since it's art for somebody else for publication. No, there's no signature on the art yet. It's a trend that I really don't like. Steve Sketches signs all of his, but I've seen a lot of artists, especially digital artists, who don't sign their work. I was talking to Bruce Bernisi about this, and Bernisi, and like he's done work for WotC, right? So I was like, Bruce, so at what point? Because they're like the fucking red box for D&D. Let me see. This is the new red box, but yeah, still has it, right? Red box, Elmore, right there. The new Dungeons and Dragons books, no signatures visible in the painting, in the art. If you do a Kickstarter for 1 or 2 volumes at a time and disclose that you're doing part of the profit to fund future volumes, that would fly better than releasing them all at once and then a 2-year wait to create more. Right. Yes. I mean, that's the intent, really. Absolutely. So I was asking Bruce, like, what point did they stop? Does WotC Photoshop the autographs out, signatures out? And he's like, no, they don't. We just don't sign it. I'm like, why? Why not? Mexico, Panama, Haiti, Jamaica, Peru, Republic Dominica, Cuba, Caribbean, San Salvador too, Puerto Rico, Colombia, Venezuela, Honduras, Guyana, and still Guatemala, Bolivia, then Argentina, and Ecuador, Chile, Brazil, Costa Rica, Belize, Nicaragua, Bermuda, Bahamas, Tobago, San Juan, Paraguay, Uruguay, Guyana, Barbados, and Guam. I missed one there. Norway, Sweden, and Iceland, and Finland, and Germany now in peace. Switzerland, Austria, Czechoslovakia, Italy, Turkey, and Greece. Poland, Romania, Scotland, Albania, Ireland, Russia, Oman. Bulgaria, Saudi Arabia, Hungary, Cyprus, Iraq, and Iran. There's Syria, Lebanon, Israel, Jordan, both Yemen, Kuwait, and Bahrain. The Netherlands, Luxembourg, Belgium, and Portugal, France, England, Denmark, and Spain. Pakistan, Afghanistan, Thailand, Nepal, and Bhutan, Cambodia, Malaysia, then Bangladesh, Asia, and China, Korea, Japan, Mongolia, Laos, and Tibet, Indonesia, then Philippines, Islands, Taiwan, Sri Lanka, New Guinea, Sumatra, New Zealand, and Borneo, and Vietnam, Tunisia, Morocco, Uganda, Angola, Zimbabwe, Djibouti, Botswana, Mozambique, Zambia, Swaziland, Gambia, Guinea, Algeria, Ghana. Somalia, Tobago is gone. Niger, Nigeria, Chad and Liberia, Egypt, Benin and Gabon, Tanzania, Somalia, Kenya, Mali, Sierra Leone and Algiers, Naomi, Namibia, Senegal, Libya, Cameroon, Congo, Zaire, Ethiopia, Guinea-Bissau, Madagascar, Rwanda, Mahore, and Cayman, Qatar, Yugoslavia. Oops. I've missed it. Anyway. Incremental process is better. I know. We are not releasing all of them at the same time. 1000% no. Not releasing one big book. We are doing volumes. The question is, should the first Kickstarter be for just volume 1 or should it be for volume 1 and 2? WotC may use only part of the full painting, which could cut off part of the signature, or it could get overlapped by words in the cover. Could, plus they use them for calendars and other products. Right. But turns out at least as far as Bruce goes, he just doesn't sign his paintings, and I'm like, why? You know, um, you look at the Monsters Manual. If I remember correctly, there were autographs on the individual monster art, and it's not like it's not like people can read an autograph and find the artist from that. But we, certainly from personal experience, the various signatures of Larry and Jeff and what's his name? A bunch of those guys, right? You start recognizing those signatures and you start associating them with a certain style. And you might, and some of them in the signature, well, Elmore says Elmore, so that's easy. And then you can go to the table of contents or the first part, the first page of the book, and you go, oh, that's who did that art. That's their full name. I've done that so many times. So yeah, Tony Dieterlizzi does sign his stuff. Not all of these have a signature. Tony does. Ali, did you, when you've done stuff for publishing, did you sign your stuff, even illustrations like this? Most of these seem to not have it. Tony does. All of Tony's does. Do. Yeah, all the rest of these don't. Tony's do. Tony's do. Always. Always, always. These are two of Tony's. So that's interesting. The cover is an easily, but there is no signature on the cover. No, there is. There is. It's right there. It's right there. It was hard to see, but it's there. Hide at least an AB in the art somewhere. Nice. Yeah, don't stop doing that. Don't stop doing that. Do it to every single painting. Sometimes sign my stuff. Always do. You should always sign your stuff. Even I pretty much always sign my stuff, and it's not like, anyone could mistake my stuff for somebody else's. I don't have a particularly consistent signature, so that's not necessarily good. I tend to change my signature to fit whatever it is. So if it's a map, if it's a dwarven map, I'll sign it in dwarven runes. If it's an elvish map, it'll be in more kind of elvish looking thing, text, etc. I always sign my stuff, and sometimes sign other people's stuff. It was an interesting observation that I'm looking at beautiful cover paintings that Bruce did, and I'm like, where's the signature? Not even on his actual, you know, print. Like there's no signature in the print in the art itself. Now he will sign it by hand when you buy a print, but the signature is part of the painting to me. Like uh Clyde's signature was you wouldn't be able to tell that it's him, that it's his name, but it was definitely recognizable. spot illustrations, no background. So if I sign, it won't be on the art. Yeah, but you just saw how Tony signed it, just a little bit right next to the art. If they want to put in the time to erase the signature out of it, let them, I suppose. But it's right next to it. And sometimes you can do it in a way that sort of forces them because there were a couple here like the beholders where he stuck it in between the beholders, so it's more difficult to remove. And I mean, at the time when these books came out, for sure. But so like here, it's here in between the beholders. But yeah, we can do it, right between the legs. If I'm flipping through a D&D book and see a great piece of art, I want to know who did it. Yeah, yeah, same. I remember always looking, you know. It's strange to me that a lot of these do not have the signature. Only Tony's do. Um, so clearly it's not a new thing. With the covers, I feel like it is. I don't have a whole lot of D&D products. Let's see. Oh God. Fizman's Treasury of Dragons. No signature. And there's very little on this cover other than the painting. Like there's not much that would hide it, right? Monster Manual for 5th edition. Not seeing a signature. Bolo's Guide to Monsters. Not seeing a signature. Those are the only 5th edition products I've got. Gets the hose. Let's see. Monster Manual for 3rd edition. Those didn't have art. Like, those were just kind of the fancy looking books. So, alright, fine. We'll call that different. Dragonlance for 3rd edition. I'm not seeing a signature on that either. I'm just curious, when did it start? This trend of not showing. This is an easily cover on Al-Qadim. Yep, I see it. The signature is there. So it's really, I think, up to the artist to really put their signature somewhere that's not going to get cropped, which is fine. I mean, if you're an artist that does things for publication like this, you're obviously aware of what is going to get cropped and what won't, to some degree, because they give you some direction about that. So I like putting initials on belt buckles, wall-mounted plaques, book spines. That's awesome. That's great. Signet rings. Come to the conclusion to just push sketches, drawings for publishers. What do you mean? I don't sign my stuff, don't need it getting tracked back. I talked to a few people asking about why return work is rare. Return work meaning from the same employer. It's because you are extremely difficult to work with. You're obnoxious. You're clearly bad at your job. A bunch of average artists and only a few super amazing. So the 10% get all the work. But I mean, you're way above average. If I told you you're super amazing, you're just gonna argue. You are way, way, way above average. Problem is cost. The super amazing one, and I realize publishers will try out a bunch of people to search for those 10%. Maybe, maybe. I think it's budgets. The super amazing person they can afford, they'll blow a lot of their budget on them doing one piece, and then they have to use the average artists for the rest of it because they don't have money for anything else. So if you're in between the super amazing and the average, you're kind of stuck because you don't have the name and the draw of, the super amazing artist did our cover, and you're too expensive for the interior work. Stuck then. I mean, it could be. It really could be. It does make sense. But so you all know probably what's her name. This makes me jealous in a good way, but also kind of angry. Give me a second. Yes, yes, the map lady. So this is Francesca Berald. This is all her work in 2023. Look at this. Look at this. And this is work for all high-end publishers, like really like Diablo, Conan, all kinds of stuff like Wizards of the Coast, right? She picked work asleep. Thanks, Clooney. Oh no, what? It's Cranston. But I'm like, first of all, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking there is no way one can do this in a year. There's so much detail in her work. There are not enough hours in a year to do all of this. They're just like, it's impossible. How the fuck does she do it? And there is no way that any of these companies are actually paying her enough. Period. You know? Oh, she did it. She did it. I'm not I'm Francesca is amazing. And her work is magic. What I'm saying is like I'm not saying she's lying. I'm saying it blows my fucking mind. How is it possible, right? What kind of black sorcery is she doing? And she's clearly very popular. Hey, Asnabal. She's clearly very, very popular. But there's absolutely no way these companies are paying her what she actually should be charging, like an actual hourly wage. Even if she's incredibly fast, you know? When you got bills to pay and debt collectors on your back, you push yourself too much. Yeah. Good part of being an amazing artist or anything is marketing your name. Quality is obviously important, but recognition is more important. Yes, it is. It is. It is important. But that's the thing that with her, she's not getting paid enough. I mean, she lives in in Europe. It's either Spain or Italy. Um, she's not playing Lord of the Rings video games at night. Probably not. And this is all done traditionally. She works she works traditionally. I don't think she does anything digital. Maybe she takes it into maybe she does a little post processing digitally, right? But I believe she does almost entirely traditional work. And that's the thing when you got a combination of a person like this who is super amazing and probably also undercharges. You're not you're not competing with that. You're just not. There is no competing with it unless she's got like half a dozen clones of herself who just sit there and all work, right? Only one of them is ever shown in a photo or in public at a time. Our world is very, very hard to survive in. Only getting harder. Let's softball next. Only getting harder. Where there ain't no snow. So I need several clones. I wouldn't. I would say that too, but I wouldn't clone myself. And look at how shitty my back is. So, I need clones with improvements, not just straight up copies, because those copies would suck. It did work. So Ali, but that still doesn't explain to me pushing illustration for publishers. What did you mean by that? Realize publish. Oh, wait, no, hold on. Come to the conclusion to just push sketches drawing for publishers. What do you mean by push sketches drawing for pub? Like try to get more of those kinds of jobs? Get your spine replaced with. Oh my god, I wish. I fucking wish, Patrick. Sure, voice would be easier probably for you. Get your ass to Mars. Shed his life blood on my blade.